Oh, Merry Christmas. Oh, Merry Christmas, everybody. If you want to do that. First of all, it's a difficult time for everybody. Not just emotionally, but, financially. It's also, have you got it all done? Have I got this? Did I forget my onions? Did I get my pigs or non-pigs and blankets? Everything. So just take time. Just take time. It's been a strange year for a lot of us, hasn't it? So I thought I'd do a quick reflection on 12 months. But everybody can do it. It can be a piece of artwork if you wish. The other option I've got is to do a mandala. So I thought perhaps you'd like to choose. So we've got lots of different things we can do. Oh, where have you gone? Hello, Beverly. So I'm just going to leave it with you a minute. So the 12 days would be individual sort of pieces of artwork that reflect how I feel and the future. So you can follow along. The mandala will also help me do that. Hello, Heather. Yes. Blessings to everybody. So first, let's get this out of the way. It's a difficult time for those of us who've lost precious people. And it's really difficult to celebrate around others when you're feeling very, very low yourself. I understand that. You're not on your own. And I really am proud of you. Really am proud of you because it's a difficult thing to do. It's really difficult to put on that brave face. But you're not on your own. And you are here. And we can all do it together. And remember, you just one brushstroke from a work of art. You're one Twitter from being a twit. No, that's not right, is it? Oh, I nearly said something wrong then. But do you know what I mean? You just the next day is another day and another start and a new page. And each year we're blessed to have another year. So, yeah, for those of you that are on your own, I can't turn the camera around because I'll just look stupid. I'll show you. So don't look good. I've not finished makeup yet. But yeah, to each and every one of you, I can't explain how much your support and friendship and community, it really means the world to me. So yeah, I've had a bit of a bath as well. Woohoo! So I'll turn you back down and we'll do some work. Okay. So there'll be no depth bombing. For those of you that are in the know, you're in the know. So we're gonna pick some colours. Okay. So I'm gonna go with shades I quite shy away from because I think that's the new year for me. It's going to be pulling the bull by the horns or whatever I'm pulling it by. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to let things get in me. I'm just trying to click all this because I've got so much rubbish open. I don't know what I'm doing, but I do, and I don't. So we're going to start with a big page. And we're just going to take 2 minutes. Put your feet on the floor. If you're doing it with me, put your feet, not your feet, your feet on the floor. And I'm going to go and ask you to just wiggle your toes on the floor and just think about feeling what your toes are doing. Nothing else. Just wiggle your toes. Feel the floor. Keep doing that. It'll ground you. Whenever you feel that you've got to sort of cross your legs or whatever, just keep bringing your feet down. And it's a great sort of reconnection and it sort of gathers you because we're all doing 100% of the time and we never have time. So I've got a couple of brushes. Got my mop brushes, as you know. I love my brushes. So I've got a couple of these. Hopefully I'll have a giveaway of these for people. I have got some shades of nature, which are all my greens, which I really shy away from greens. I've got some golds. I've got some Payne's grey. So I'm going to do a little colour swatch for you, okay? So let's have a quick look. So I'm just going to, well, that doesn't help, does it? There needs to be a bit of water in it if you're going to do it. I'll be silly. Anyway, so I'm going to wet down my colours just to show you what colours I've got. You don't need to have these colours. You can do any colours you want, but it's just to help you give you an idea of what they look like together. So let's go with like a beige, okay? And then I've got my manky cloth. Seen better days. And yellow ochre. Yellow. Indian. Chinese white. I'm sorry, that's not a derogatory term. It's what it's called. You can see how this is shades of nature, can't you? Now I'm looking at these, but I want darker stuff now. I've just had that one. I want darker stuff, so I'm going to bring in some other colours. Right, I like the grey, but it's not functioning for what I want. So here I've got a burnt umber. And an indigo, and these two colours I think will really help, and I'll just show you the colours. These colours are from the SAA, so I've got depth with that one and complete contrast in that one, and I'm really liking those. Okay, and then I've got these. So yeah, I like them. I'm just gonna turn the page. I'll have that another time. I've got a mixing bowl which I may not use, so I'm going to use browns, ochres, and ochres, and maybe even, the greys and the teals. So another colour I'm going to use is yeah, that's it. So let's get to it. Oh, I'm lost for colours. Right, so the first thing I'm going to do is just pick up a colour. And remember, everything dries half as light. That looks awful. So let's go in with some dark colours. Okay, that looks off. I know. Go with it. Go with it. So let's go with this is about me challenging myself now, and about how taking things that perhaps scare me, but I'm making new things out of them. So don't be frightened of colour. And you can cut each one of these out and use it how you want. So I'm going to use some greys now, some indigos. I'm not using any boundaries or lines per se, I'm just using the watercolour. Oh, come on now. The camera's playing up terrible. I've took it off autofocus. I'm so sorry. Oh, it's done it. Right. I'll have to do it a bit closer. These look bobbins at the moment. I know that. If I move this round for you now. Move that round for you. So you've got the next three. I'm going to use the umber again. I am not in any way sort of going with anything planned, as you know. I am just going with the colours I've got. And this is a bit like how we have to be in life, really, isn't it? You know, we've been given our lot. You can run around and be woe is me about it, or you just get on with it. So, spend the rest of my life sort of, what if? So I've got some horrible colours. No, horrible sort of colours at the moment that don't seem to do anything together, and that's a bit like how it is in life, and it's like how can that function with that? That it don't look right, that don't feel right. Well, no, it doesn't. So I'm not too sure about adding that colour because it wasn't on my palette. So I'm going to go in with the start to like to see the granulation now, and I like to see it appearing. So next lot. Oh, so I need a new camera. Sick of this. Oh, please, come on. I'm so sorry. going to put a bit of the umber and a bit of the indigo together, so we get a nice contrast. I'm going to turn it back now and go to the beginning. Ooh. So I'm going to bring you out slowly but surely. So we've got a nice, amount of colours, and I'm just going to dry them off. This is what we've been given. These are the things that we start off with. These are the things that we start off with. And we have to make them all. We're not all given the best. We have to make the best out of it then. And there's a quote by Noel Gallagher. His daughter said on an interview, he says, my dad said, we might have more things and better things that doesn't make us better people. We're not better than anyone else. We might have more than them, but we don't. We're not better. The fact that is very much you making the most of what you've got. I didn't do a shopping list today because I just thought, it's not about that. It's about us playing together. But I have got some graph tints which I love. I got these a long time ago, but I just love that they're almost like a pencil colour. So they've got like a graphite finish. That's stunning. I'll just give you a little taste. So the green has got like a grey to it. Let's go with the pinks. Beautiful, and they've finished such a wonderful colour. And they're all muted, so they've all got that beautiful feel. And I love them. I love them. Right, let's have a look at these now. Some of them, they don't need any more stuff on them now, and they'll be OTT. So just going to put the paints away for a minute. I have got a rigger brush. And a rigger brush, for those of you that don't know, is a long pointed brush. So I'm back to the beginning. So the first one is, I want to draw something very simple, to me, very beautiful. You need a guard down really if you're doing this. So let's do the first one. A circle. So simple circle. And I'm just going to get so we've got just a simple circle there, okay? Here. Just drop water on. The reason I'm doing the water dropping is because it's watercolour. It should pick up yeah, so I picked up some colour. What I do think though is if I had like toilet paper or kitchen roll, I could just pick up even more. Just by doing that. Bear with me, I've got to get some. There we go, I'm right here. See, this is more absorbent than paper, believe it or not. So I've got those there. So the next one is I'll leave that. I'm ready. Look at some more now. Okay. I'm going back in with the water now in here. Take the water off. There we go. Here I'm going to get my rigger brush. Lift it. Pull off. Just lifting out some colour willy-nilly, just to give me a bit. I know they look awful. Bear with me though, bear with me. Bear with me. Oops, camera's going to go mad now because I've just slapped it a couple of times. There we go. See how some colours react better to water, you know, to getting rid of water. Some colours don't like it at all. Some colours they stain so much that you can't get them off. That's okay because we've got a white pen. So there we go, taking a little bit of that off. Okay, so we've got some nice sort of things. Well, I know they're going to be okay. You've got to have faith in it. You've got to have faith, okay? So we're going to go in with some pen work, line work, Right, all I'm doing here is just put some lines in like that. Hopefully you'll be able to see what it is at the moment. You might not. That's fine. That's fine. Absolutely fine. This is where we're just trusting. And it's like creating shapes where there were no shapes, lines, patterns. Hope everyone's okay today. I do know how difficult it is. I had a really difficult time yesterday, worse than I've had for a while, feeling like an orphan. Sounds daft, but it's incredibly difficult. You know, you've got to sit there and be happy, and you just sometimes you don't want to be happy, but it's a very lonely day if you're on your own. But it's a very beautiful day if you're not with family and stuff. If you're with family, how amazing is that? You know, with little ones and everyone round for Christmas Day. How wonderful. But if you sat on your own, you're really not on your own. Because believe you me, you can be in a room full of people and still be so lonely. But there's nothing wrong with that either. Just circles there. Uh, Here, I've got lots of seascapes, landscapes, skyscapes. So I've just put some lines in and we'll go with it from here. Um, so lots of lines there. So look at shape. some leaves in there. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. Let's see what we've got. So we've painted this dodgy circle. So let's go with some we've got some pencil crayons. Put some pencil colours on it. That'd work a treat with this. You've got to trust the process and just think, okay, it's difficult, but let's make the most out of what we've got. It's believe you me, it is a challenge, but let's see it as a beautiful challenge together. You know, it's really not easy to do, but we do it. We do it every day. So we've just got some circles within a circles there. I'm going to leave this one for a minute, and I think this one has got lots of meaning for me. It's like a seascape and a tree there, a tree there, and I see the lines that are happening in it. I really don't think it needs this much. So the lines that I drew with water are now the lines that we appear in here. Like that. And here we've got denser in the middle. We've got our dandelions. This reminded me of a tree. Right in the background. This one reminded me of like a nucleus. This reminds me of like, you know, when the water comes in and you've got those like not piers, but they're like bricks, aren't they? Well, we know what that flat. This reminds me of planets. Starting early. This one I really love because it just reminds me of a tree bark, and I'm leaving that as it is. And then this one, I'm not too sure, but if I do the line there, I have a reflection in water, don't I? Yeah. Right, so I'm going to finish them up now. So I've done that. What we managed to do was get all these strange blobs of colour together. I'm going to go in with my metallics now. Got some iridescence and metallics. And I've got my big pans as well. So let me get these woke up. So I've woken those up. And I've got some iridescence and interference colour, which are very different. Interference means it interferes with one colour to get another. And metallics and iridescent means like a mother of pearl shell feel. So I've got a yellowy gold that I'm going to use predominantly, and then a bronzy colour. But when I'm using the blue, I've got to get it like into a bit of a puddle. Sometimes you have to leave the paint a little bit. So one coat. So you can see, hopefully, but it needs a couple of coats. So I'll put one coat on. Okay. I'm going to get my rigger. And this one here, I'm just going to use some gold. And I'm going to use a darker and a lighter gold on this. So in the background. You won't see them very much, but you will see them when I do that. So now I'm going to go in with the gold. And this bit in the middle. So this one here. Using mixer one. So gold. I think I'll go with this one. Let them bleed. Let the colours bleed and do what they want. Here, I really don't know if I want to do much to this. Just goes. That'll do me. I don't need anything more on that. Let's go back to these and see if I can pick up. I'm having a bit of a rough time with this. Getting a harder, fast colour, so but hopefully you can see the blue. It's done it again. Right, it'll come back. she says. So leave it as it is. Sorry about this again. Turn it round. So I've got some copper there. Some silver, hopefully. Please, come on. So sorry. So I'm just going to move this off and see if I can move the camera back. Oh, I'm sorry I haven't said hello to people while I'm waiting for this stupid camera. So let's say, hi Beverly, hi Heather. Oh, go back over them, yeah. Good morning, Facebook user. Hello, Shirley. Oh, of course you can, Heather. It's always there. I'm going to switch the camera over now, guys, because this is absolutely. I'm going to stop the cam. I am so sorry. I'm hoping that I can get. I'm hoping that I can get a present for Christmas. So I'm just going to have to get on with it. I'm so sorry. So I've put some there. I'm just going to put some. I think it's like anthracite or always reminds me of some sort of disease. So it's not a colour I like to see. Well, I'm really looking forward to my dinner today because I'm going to my Mark's mum's for an absolutely amazing lunch. She's a very good cook. So I'm just going to drop in a bit of. I'm letting it bleed. Letting that bleed. I've got a big stain on my shirt where I dropped some foundation. And it's stained, well and truly stained. Right, just doing that now. Okay, so I'm going to dry it again. I am so sick of this camera now. That's a bit better. Sorry, I have to get it really close to even get it to look like a picture. I do apologise. I won't mind, but I went in here and did all the. I did it all. I went in and did all the. Set the camera up, and then the autofocus goes back on when you take it off. You're like, why bother? So I'm just going to put in some white lines. This is a Montana acrylic pen that I'm going to have on the show on tomorrow. Not shook it enough. I need to shake it a little bit more. Like that. Take it off. Sometimes you've got to go back over stuff, because what might be okay in the beginning as you move on isn't. And the reason that you can hear these pens is because this is the wrong paper for it. When you're using pens like this, it's really important that you use pens that the fibres in them don't rub, because then you get it doesn't rip up the fibres like some of them will. Instead of going on nice and smooth, they rip up the fibres. Right, I did have it all set. Honestly, I really did have it all set with some pens and stuff ready, but I can't remember where I put the pens. What, 3,000 black and white pens? Or maybe 4,000? But they're never where I want them. Right, found some others. Okay. Sorry about this, it's like Annika writes. So I've got my pen now. A white pencil works really well, is it? Okay. So and don't forget, it really helps that the paper's dry. Now you can hear there's no scratching. I've done that one. And now I'm just going to put some lines like that. I'll tidy everything up as well in a bit. going out for dinner. Can't leave it like this. Just going to put some little lines down here. We've got quite a few different techniques going on here. Don't do them all if you don't want to. Just do the ones that you identify with. You know, these are all to do with what you see and how you see things, not necessarily how I see them. So doesn't necessarily show up that well, but hopefully you're seeing that a bit plainer. We'll just do some doodling in them. Just really just let yourself go. Draw whatever you see. Or don't see. It's weird how I've done so many landscapes, isn't it? I think that's maybe a trigger. I think that really is a trigger. I don't like these. I think I'll just do a little bit more work on these here. Strange, isn't it, how you can just get lost in drawing lines. And this might not be for everybody, but it applies to everything that we do. You know, we don't always want the things we've got to do, but we've got to do it. So make it enjoyable. Enjoy it. So here we've got some leaves just popping out there. Let's make them into proper Moodles. Like yucca plants now, aren't they? I'm just going to do this a little bit lighter because it's in the background. Little circles just to make it different. They looked a bit weird, so by putting those in and filling them in, they don't look as sort of in your face. These are going to darken on one side a little bit. Can you believe we've been on an hour? Do you know what? I feel so chilled now. I really haven't used my alpha stim for a few days and I'm really feeling it now. I need to use that. So we've got those lines there. We've got some white lines here. Just keep going until you've had enough. It's been so nice spending time. Whether you draw, paint, whatever creative thing that you do, whether you just spend time with us, whatever you do, make sure that you enjoy what you're doing. It's too short life. We've got to enjoy what we do or don't do it. The last few years have been very sort of your mortality is. Look at this how it looks great upside down. Quite like that like that. Now let's have a quick look at what we've done, okay? You won't focus now and I do apologise. So we've got our sunflower, which I quite like the idea of it. Like this. Just to finish off all these lines we've done. Here we've got a lovely symbolic sort of flower and like almost like a sun and a new beginning. Here we've got, let's see, I'll just finish it here and then it there. You know, if it smudges, then make the most of it. And we put some lines there. All the way around. Change the spacing on some of them because It just changes them slightly. This looks like the water on the seaside shore, foaming. And as it ebbs and flows, it reveals pebbles and things. And because they're damp, they're darker. There we go. And you see how it... And this one, I just love this one because it's just got that feeling of... Made that into a tree. There's another one. This one is... This is a difficult one, this. Reminds me of like mudlarking. Along the Thames. So I think I'll leave that for a minute because I just think this one, I like the idea of it just being the sides. The edges reflect like the edges within them, so quite like the idea of it. I'm gonna have to work on my colour, I think, because this is like a ripped page now. Because it just, I need to work on colour. All I've done is I've made it look like a gap there. So look at this one. This needs work. Poor Mark's got to stay in the kitchen because he won't come in here. Now I've got to put white on there because it reminds me of a silver birch. That's better. This reminds me of the dark crystal. And the frames, if the frames reflect the actual pictures, then it makes more sense, doesn't it? So black and white, white and black. it's done it again. Sick of this now. Now this one, I'm just going to square it off there. I'm not putting full colour and full shapes. So right, let's have a quick look. So I've got my sunflower, and it's like this represents horizons, I suppose. Shouldn't write on them really. This one here, growth. Flow. I think this one is layers. This one, transient. This one is reach. Cosmos. Tide. Time. This one is universe. Rings. Growth. This one has got to be planets. And it's like a yucca. Regeneration. So let's have a quick look at the words we've got. Put them here so we go through them. So the words that I've just decided for next year are horizons, growth, flow, layers, transient, reach, cosmos, time, tide, regeneration, planets, rings, and universe. Wow. All that from that, eh? Do you believe it? It's all about. Wow. Work on these words. Hopefully that we can work on them together. Merry Christmas to Cape Town. I'm very happy that you're here, and I hope you've enjoyed the 12 reflective, either now, past, or beginnings. Really scruffy and quickly painted, but that's how I do it. And yeah, and I want to say to each and every one of you, I'll do it this way. Hello. I want to say a huge thank you to you, and Merry Christmas, and a big thank you for all your support, and we will get through this next year. Onwards, upward, downwards, up and down. Oh, you can't see up my nose. And I will. There we go. Oh, that'll look rough. So I will see you all soon. And tomorrow I'm on Create and Craft. If you can join me. Next thing is I better go and put my makeup on properly, ain't I? But yeah, so a big thank you, and my 12 days of thoughts, or 12 months, or 12 whatever. So thank you. I will be around on, I don't even know what day it is. It's Monday today, Tuesday, Wednesday, say Thursday or Friday, to think about next year and maybe using these ideas. But yeah, oh my God, maybe I should put my eye to them on properly. Maybe I should just get rid of makeup. You're not on your own. Merry Christmas, everybody, and I'll see you before the new year. Bye. I'll turn this on. And go. Done it.